Hello and welcome to Chillin' Solo, and welcome to another chapter of the Lord of the Rings Fellowship of the Ring trick-taking game. The last chapter, in chapter 6, we were dealing with the Barrow Wights and the fog on the Barrow Downs. We managed to do that, and now we are moving on to chapter 7. Above the arch there was a lamp, and beneath it swung a large signboard. A fat white pony reared up on its hind legs. Over the door was painted in white letters, "The Prancing Pony" by Barleyman Butterbur. Many of the lower windows showed lights behind thick curtains. So chapter 7 is at the sign of the Prancing Pony. Our characters for this one are Mr. Underhill, Barleyman Butterbur, Sam, Merry and Pippin. And our two mandatory characters for this scenario are Mr. Underhill and Barleyman Butterbur. Now, we notice that there is no Frodo in this game. And now Frodo has reached the Prancing Pony. He's trying to keep himself secret, keep himself hidden, so he is now going by Mr. Underhill. We've got the threat deck ready if we need that for the characters that we choose, and our victory again is a short one, so one full round of the deck of cards, and we need to finish all of the chosen characters' victory conditions to win. So let's look at the new characters we've got for this one. So we've got Mr. Underhill. He is hidden. His victory condition is that he needs to win one or more tricks, and each one trick must contain one or more ring cards. So effectively all Mr. Underhill needs to do is win at least one trick. But every trick that he wins in this game has to contain at least one ring card. So we don't want to win too many that we can't win the ring cards, but he has to win at least one. And his setup ability is that he leads the first trick. So it is no longer the case that this time whoever's got the one ring has to lead the trick. It is the first trick is going to be Mr. Underhill. Now it clarifies in the rule book that when Mr. Underhill is in play, any player can choose Mr. Underhill. It doesn't have to go to the person who has the one ring. So we can assign these characters as we please now in this case, because Frodo's not in the game. The next character is Barleyman Butterbur. He is forgetful. His victory condition is that he needs to win at least one of the last 3 tricks. He's allowed to win other tricks during the game, but when it comes down to the last 3 tricks, when every character's got 3 cards left in their hand, Barleyman has to win one of those last 3 tricks in order for his victory condition. And his setup ability is that he can exchange a card with anybody, which is quite handy. And then we've got Sam, Merry and Pippin, who we've seen before. We've got rid of a lost card. We've got rid of the 5 of Hills for our lost card. So let's see what we want to do with assigning characters. Right. We've got Mr. Underhill, who doesn't really want to win too many tricks. I mean, giving him the one of rings is a good way to guarantee that he'll win rings at least. So that might be the best way to go anyway. Barleyman needs to win one of the last 3 tricks, so maybe keeping him with some high cards might be able to make that work. So yeah, I think we're going to give Mr. Underhill to this hand, because he'll definitely be able to do that. Barleyman, I'm debating putting Barleyman up here. He's got a lot of mountains. Yeah, let's do that. I'm going to put up Barleyman Butterbur over here. He needs to win at least one of the last 3 tricks. So we could just give him like all the mountain cards and he could keep it till the end of the game. Maybe that's a possibility. And then I'm debating bringing Sam into the game. So he's got a higher hill card here. There's a 50-50 shot that one of these 2 cards will get drawn from the threat deck, and we could win that straight away. And then maybe we could chuck Pippin down here, really low cards. He could win the least amount of tricks. Yeah, I think we'll do that. We'll put Pippin down here to win the fewest tricks, and we'll put Sam over here to win a specific hill card. No Merry for this one. He can just go off and drink at the bar somewhere. Okay. So that's set up. That's the characters assigned. Let's go through the set of abilities. Mr. Underhill doesn't have one other than he has to lead the first trick, so that's fine. Barleyman can exchange with anybody. Do we want Barleyman? Because remember, we only get 1 exchange in solo mode, and both of these guys could exchange. Do we want to exchange? I think maybe we want to exchange with Sam and get that mounting card off him. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to exchange with Sam. Take the mounting card there, and we're going to, well, let's just give him the 1 mounting card. Have a couple of higher cards. keep him around till the end of the game, might be able to do that. Right. No exchange there, no exchange there. But we do draw a threat card for Sam. His threat card is a 3, right? So the 3 of Hills hasn't shown up yet. So we're going to have to wait for that, for Sam to accomplish his objective. Okay, into the game. Mr. Underhill is going to start. And how are we going to start? Let's just start with, just win some forest cards, I suppose. We're going to play the 5 of forest there. Barleyman doesn't have one, so he's just going to play his 5 of shadows. Oh no, actually we can't do that. We can't do that. Because if Mr. Underhill's going to win, he needs to win a ring card, which he's not going to do with that. So he's going to have to play his mounting card. I nearly forgot about that. He's going to have to play a mounting card. So Barleyman's going to play 5 of mountains. Pippin doesn't have a mountain, so he's going to get rid of his 2 of hills. And Sam has to play his 1 of mountains. So that's a win for Barleyman Butterbur. We'll steal up some new cards. So we've got 7 of forests there, 8 of hills, 2 of rings, and the 3 of shadows. Now, we could break rings now with Barleyman and Frodo. Sorry, not Frodo, Mr. Underhill. He's not Frodo. So, we're going to play the 5 of shadows with Barleyman. Pippin has to play a 2 of shadows. And Sam has to play the 3 of shadows. And Mr. Underhill doesn't have a shadow, so he's going to break rings by playing the 1 ring and winning that trick. So that is a trick 1 for Mr. Underhill. Right, new cards. 7 of shadows there, 4 of shadows, 6 of hills, and 6 of shadows. Okay. Right. Right. Issue here is that Mr. Underhill has a lot of high cards. So anyone he plays, he's going to win. So he's going to have to play the... Yeah, well, he doesn't have to actually. He could win the 2 of rings off Pippin with that shadow card. So let's do that. We're going to play the 7 of shadows. Barleyman has to play the 4 of shadows. Pippin doesn't have a shadow card, so he's going to play his 2 of rings. Oh, again we forgot the token. We have broken rings, so that's fine. And Sam has to play his 6 of shadows. So Frodo wins that, and that's got a ring card in there as well. Let's put that there and deal out some new cards. 7 of mountains, 6 of forests, 1 of shadows, 3 of mountains. Where's this 3 of hills? Okay, back to Frodo. Alright, he can safely play the 7 of mountains and lose it. So yeah, I think that might be the way to go. Let's play the 7 of mountains. Barleyman's going to play his 8 of mountains. Pippin doesn't have one, so he's going to play the 6 of hills. And Sam has to play the 3 of mountains. That win goes to Barleyman Butterbur. Okay, some more cards. We've got, there's the 3 of hills, 5 of rings, and the 3 of shadows, and for Mr. Underhill, the 4 of hills. So let's get Sam his win, right? We're going to play the 3 of hills there. Pippin's going to have to play the 1 of hill. Sam has to play the 7 of hills. And Mr. Underhill has to play the 4 of hills. That gives Sam the win. That trick includes the 3 of hills, so that's Sam's objective complete. And then we're going to draw some new cards. 1 of forest there, 8 of shadows, 8 of forests, and 4 mountains. So on Sam to lead. We want to give it to Barleyman, and he can just control the end of the game essentially, as long as he wins at least one of the last 3 tricks he's finished. And yeah, I think we're good to go. So we're going to play the 1 of forest there. Mr. Underhill is going to play the 7 of forest. Barleyman's going to play the 8. And Pippin has to play his 2. Barleyman wins that one. And then Barleyman's going to start by playing the 8 of hills. 5 of rings from Pippin. A 3 of rings from Sam. And the 8 of shadows from Mr. Underhill. So that was one of the last 3 tricks. We're down to 2 now. He has won at least one of the last 3 tricks. So that is Barleyman Butterbuzz objective complete. Let's play out the rest of the round. We've got 6 of forest, 4 of mountain, 3 of forest, 5 of forest. That's a win for Barleyman. And then 6 of mountain, 1 of shadows, 4 of forest, 4 of rings. That's another win for Barleyman Butterbuzz. Let's double check everybody's objectives. So Sam and Barleyman are complete. Pippin needed to win the fewest. He's won 0, which is obviously the fewest. So he's complete. Then Mr. Underhill needed to win 1 or more tricks. Each trick containing 1 or more ring cards. He's won 2 tricks altogether. This trick contains a ring card. And this trick also contains a ring card. That is Mr. Underhill complete. And that's the end of chapter 7. Good chapter. Mr. Underhill introduced there. No longer Frodo. Interesting little wrinkle on the winning tricks that have to contain ring cards. I nearly messed up with that first turn of the game. Luckily caught myself before that happened. Yeah, ensuring that every trick he wins has to have a ring card. So you got to be careful when you're playing with that. Barleyman was fairly simple. As long as you can keep him with fairly high cards till the end, then he can win his objective fairly simply. But it was good. That's chapter 7 complete. We can move on with the story. Hopefully you enjoyed that. Let me know what you thought down below in the comments, and I'll see you in chapter 8. See you later.